hope that's working.
Because I don't want to.
A few years ago I was very lucky enough to be able to buy a set of throws from an old clockmaker in Brenchley, a chap called Mr. Lawrence, and it very seldom gets used. It's one of those things that gives me great enjoyment to play around with sometimes. It's not a tool which would be economical to use in today's commercial market, but it is something which can sometimes give you a bit more control on what you're doing, and it shows you how clocks and watches were produced years ago. Wheels and pinions come with centres on them. I don't know whether you can see that there, but there's often a male centre on the end of a pinion, both ends, and these would be used to hold your work between centres, so you would adjust your throws accordingly to hold your work. I sorted something out last night, so we can have a little go on this. This is an old pinion, and put a collar to it. Let's see if we can turn seating the contrary way. I should have told you first, but the work has to have a carrier fitted, and that carrier comes in various different shapes and forms. That's one type. And this is an older type, which can be adjusted like a gate. Should put my glasses on. See what I'm doing now. I have made carriers, and some of the carriers are in there for some of the smaller things. Most arbors have a taper on them, so you find, looking at old clocks, the arbor is tapering, so you'll be able to force fit a brass carrier on it sometimes. Also, you'll find that the shoulders are turned back with a little bit of a bevel, so it will hold between centres. I go through engravers quite quickly because they lose their edge very rapidly for me. Sometimes I put a different facet on the end for whatever job that I'm doing. Many facets, yeah. I was lucky enough to go to Mr. Schroeder's platform escapement seminar, and took one look at my graver sharpening and shook his head and said, "No, that's not how it's done." But it is something that I've been used to and comfortable with for a number of years. So it's very difficult for old habits to die. He got his sharpening tool out and he showed me how to sharpen a graver, and I tried to do it and I couldn't do it. Right. That luxury that you have with turns and working between centres is you can take your work out of your lathe at any time and know that when you put it back in, it's going to go back in the same place. Now, I did have a wheel here that I prepared. We're just beginning to go on with that contract wheel